FUT Champions is here on FIFA 22, and having the right custom tactics and full game plans for when you start the game, when you need to get back into the game, or when you need to see a game out is very crucial to you getting those most amount of wins. Well, today we're going to give you all of ours, explain how they work, and hopefully give you the best chance of getting the most amount of wins on FIFA 22 FUT Champs. Let's roll into it. So this is the team that we are running at the minute when it comes to FIFA 22, Rivals, and FUT Champs. I don't know what we're going to get this weekend in FUT Champs in comparison to where we are in Rivals, because I know some of you guys are always interested. If you don't come over to the Twitch stream, then obviously you won't know. But we're over in the Elite League for now. 1,662 skill rating. We had a bit of a tough day today, actually, in Rivals, if I'm honest with you. It was proving to be a little bit difficult. But let's go ahead and jump straight into it and tell you exactly what we're rocking and what we are. A reminder, because we get these comments every single time in the comment section, we start in the 4-3-3. Yes, Valverde is off chem. I'm too poor. I don't want to spend my money on a cam to centre mid. Don't see the point for an extra one chemistry. And we start in the 4-3-3. Now, the custom tactics that we use at the minute, we use the ultra defensive. So we use game plans. We use the ultra defensive for our 4-2-3-1. This is the setup that I will run if I match someone who I think is better than me, which happens quite a lot in Rivals, and I'm trying to frustrate them, hold the ball, make sure I'm not committing too many men forward. It's also used to see out a game. So say if I'm 2-1 up in the 80th minute, this is what I use. Defensive style is balanced. When you are setting up your ultra defensive formation and you want this to be the one which is going to see the game out for you, do not put this on constant pressure, press on heavy touch, press on possession loss. If you really wanted to, you could go drop back. I think you invite too much pressure when you do that. So personally, that isn't something that I do. I stick on the balanced. 45 width is the width that I've been quite happy with, really, on FIFA 22 so far. I think it gives you a good balance of being compact, but not giving up too much space on the wing. Sometimes if you go more narrow, you give up too much space on the wing. The byline is very easy for the opponents to get into then. Or if you're too wide, there's too much room in the middle for the opponent. Depth is 60. Remember, this is when you don't have the ball, when you're in defense. Theoretically, it takes place when the opponent has the ball and you want to hold that line. You want to step up. If the opponent passes backwards, where does your defense step up? If the opponent has the ball on the halfway line, how quickly do they drop deep? 60 is what I run, only because it's so deep anyway, that regardless of what you run, I don't really think it matters too much. I've discussed this in previous videos on how to make your own custom tactics and so on, so I'm not going to go over that too much here today. Build-up play is balanced. I don't really want my players running too far forward with, like, say, a fast build-up or long ball trying to get in behind. I don't want that. If I do that, there's a good chance I give away the ball. Remember, this is a formation which we're probably going to be using when we're playing against someone that is now on constant pressure because they're losing 2-1, or they're a very good press for the ball if they're a player that's better than me. If I have it on slow build-up, maybe the runs aren't always there. Balance just gives me the best of both worlds. It gives me everything that I need from this. Chance creation is possession. Why is this possession? Well, remember, we're not trying to score goals at the minute. We are if we start in it against someone that's better. But if we're using it to see the game out, we want to try and make sure that we're making it difficult for the opponent to track every single player that we've got coming short for the ball. If I can drag their players out of position and create gaps that way, brilliant. The passes in behind will be used by me, where I trigger the runs manually, where I use the L1 button. 65 width in the attack. I like a lot of wing play this year. I think it works really, really well. It's not too wide that you can't look for the finesse, but it's not too narrow that it's too compact. And then we have a very balanced 5 players in box. 1 corner, 1 free kick on there. Now the instructions, we're going to start from the top end this time. Stay central, stay forward, foremost striker. I think this works really, really well for me. It just means that they're always going to be there, available for that out ball. Ladies, gentlemen, just a quick one to say if you're enjoying the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. A link in the description for that. Come on over, say hello there, and let's get back to the video. If you find that they are too central and you would prefer them to make those wide runs, you can have that on balanced if you want to and leave it on stay forward. This is the first time in FIFA that I've actually ran comeback on defense on my front 3 cams. Now, this is the reason for this is because I'm trying to use this formation to frustrate the opponent and not really give them an inch to play in. If you were using this 4-2-3-1, it's just a normal go-to formation, then have these on balance. You don't need them on comeback on defense. If you're trying to see the game out, make yourself compact, make yourself hard to break down and frustrate the opponent. Cue all of the rap comments in the comment section. Right centre defensive mid, I do cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover centre. This is your more defensive CDM. You know, if you've got a Kante, an Allen, a Zakaria, whoever it is, you're the proper defending player in the middle of that park. The box-to-box midfielder, the person that may go forward a little bit and offer an attacking threat. Our left centre mid, doesn't matter whether it's the right centre mid or the left for you, doesn't matter. Just your more attacking-minded player. Cut passing lane and cover centre. The left back and right back, stay back while attacking, and that is it. And the centre-backs are on balance as well. If you are feeling confident, you are more than welcome to have your keepers on comes for crosses, sweeper keeper. Over the top through balls, corners and whatnot is very prominent this year. Having a keeper that's very confident to come out and do this can really help you in the game. Now, the 4-3-3-4, this is something that I've been trying a little bit recently. This is what I'll use. I don't know. Let's just say if I'm playing against someone, the 4-2-3-1, it's quite a defensive setup that I've got. I feel like the 4-3-3-4 is something that I'm still very, very, very solid in, but want a little bit more of the ball and a little bit more attacking threat. I'll go with a 4-3-3-4. Balanced in the defensive side again. I don't want to be on press on heavy touch, press on possession loss, because you'll see that in a minute on a different formation. That's the reason why it's unbalanced. 35 width. We go for 55 depth on here, so a little bit more narrower on the width. I found with this formation, it works really, really well with those 3 centre mids and a very compact defence, leaving your wingers to come back and worry about that attacking threat on the width that the opponent may have. Balanced and direct passing. You'll notice from me, there's a lot of balanced here. I very much trust myself to do a lot of the work rather than the AI. If you are very reliant on the attacking intelligence of runners, of players, and you don't trigger runs manually, calling them long, calling them short, whatever it may be, then maybe you may want to go for like a fast build-up or a long ball, whatever it is that suits you. I tried to have this a little bit more narrower, actually, than my 4-2-3-1, and have those right wingers and left wingers in the 4-3-3-4 play very narrow to allow for that finesse shot, and I'll discuss that in a minute. So you can see that's how I have it set up here. Because you have that centre attacking mid in Griezmann, he gets forward a little bit more and is very good. On the left wing and the right wing, we're going to have cut inside. Why? Well, as I just said, we have our width fairly narrow. We want them to look for that finesse shot. If you're on the left-hand side, you need a right footer. If you're on the right-hand side, you need a left footer. Striker, stay forward. Why do I have my strikers on stay forward? Purely because strikers sit deep so much this year. Having them on stay forward just helps them have an out ball, essentially. I also have my cam on stay forward here. It's compact enough as it is. Griezmann will naturally drop back as enough as it is. I want him to be with Malin ready for that out ball. My right DM and left DM, I have them on both stay back while attacking and cover centre. My fullbacks, I have stay back while attacking. Use them manually. I will run forward with Davies, with Mbabu, with the ball at my feet and go forward. Same for the centre-backs again, no change there. And your goalkeepers, if you're feeling confident with them, you trust their speed, their height, go for that. The 4-4-2. Now, this is what I'll change to when I am feeling like I need a goal. I want to be more aggressive, but I don't want to give up too much room. Let's say if it's 2-1, 60th minute, 3-2, 60th minute, whatever it may be. I'm not too far out the game, but I just need a little bit more attacking threat. Press on possession loss. This will press the ball for the next 7 seconds. You can use team press, but that only lasts for, I think it's like 10 seconds and then the timer runs out or something. Press on possession loss is constantly on. Every time you lose the ball for the next 7 seconds, they press, they press, they press, they press. It's really hard to play against. This does drain stamina. Do bear that in mind. If you've got a team which is a little bit low on stamina in their gold cards, do bear this in mind when you are playing with it. 45 width, 60 depth, balance forward runs, 50 width, and 7 players in box. All very simple. All suitable to the 4-4-2 for me. This works really, really well. The 4-4-2 I play up and down like this, going across the pitch, waiting for the opening, looking for the 1-2s between the striker, getting the ball into the striker, an L1 triangle, over the top through ball to my winger. And that is essentially rinse and repeat until the goals come. And goals will come with this formation. Works really, really well. In the instructions, stay forward on both strikers. You can have one on getting behind if you want to. I've not been enjoying the getting behind instruction because I've found the majority of people sit so deep anyway. It's pointless having them on getting behind when they're sat on the 8 yards out from goal with no room to run in behind. The right mid and left mid we have on comeback on defense and cut inside. Now I have them on comeback on defense and cut inside purely because A, I want them to cut inside to look for that finesse shot. And B, when I haven't got the ball, it doesn't matter where these players are. I'd rather them sit deeper, press on that possession loss. If we lose the ball, try and win the ball then. But if the opponent's sat on the edge of my box, the more men that I can get behind the ball to try and sit deep, the better. stay back while attacking on both fullbacks. And the DMs, again, stay back while attacking on the more defensive midfielder, balanced on the other one. Goalkeeper, same again, comes across as sweeper keeper if you're feeling confident. And then this is my balls to the wall. We are losing. We need goals. We're losing 3-0. We want to send pretty much every man forward. You will notice this from last year for me. This is what I run, the 3-4-1-2, constant pressure, fast build-up, forward runs. It's really aggressive. You are going to concede goals in this. This is either going to work one or two ways. You're going to score or they're going to score. Someone will score. I guarantee it. If you find this is too aggressive, have the same sort of, constant pressure, high depth, high width. Have it in like a 4-4-2 instead to give you those 4 men at the back rather than 3. Playing a right centre back or playing a right back or a left back at centre back does, however, hinder their performance slightly. So do bear that in mind. I have both my strikers on getting behind here. I'm hoping to win the ball and just get that through ball and go. Stay forward on the central cam, and then the right mid and left mid are on completely balanced. The left centre mid and the right centre mid are both on completely balanced other than cover centre. Reason being, we need goals. I don't care about them staying back while attacking. And then I do have all 3 centre backs on stay back while attacking. If you're feeling really confident, you could tell one of these to actually go and step up. And you could also tell them to overlap or play as a striker, whatever suits you. Not something that I've really gone into just yet, but maybe we'll take a look in the future. That is how the team is set up for me. Those custom tactics are what work for me. They may not work for you. Please take inspiration and change to suit you. Custom tactics do not work like a magic pill, unfortunately. All right. That's what I use. That's what I'm going to be using for this weekend in FUT Champs. Let me know exactly how you guys get on with them if you do use them. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.